Oh, no. And we are live now. Welcome to the first of the twin 125s to determine positions 3 through 41 through 42 rather for the Daytona 500. Of course, the positions first and second, the inside and the outside pole, they have already been determined by qualifying order. Your pole sitter for the Daytona 500 is going to be Ricky Rudd. Surprisingly, despite him not necessarily being the most household names on the super speedways, Ricky Rudd is going to be your pole sitter for today's race. So we'll just get going here. Jump right into the pace lap on the back straightaway. You can see the top 10, Ricky Rudd, Tim Richmond, Ernie Irvin, Ken Schrader, Kyle Petty, Morgan Shepherd, Bill Elliott, Harry Gant, Sterling Marlin, and Jeff Bodine. Where they finish in this race is how they will line up on the inside row. So positions 3 through 41 will all be determined by how a driver finishes in this race. Again, Ricky Rudd is guaranteed to start on the pole no matter what happens, but everybody else, it is free game. Pace car pulls down into pit road. And the green flag is out here from Daytona. Ricky Rudd looks like he's going to jump out early on. Getting a very strong push from Ernie Irvin. They should go 1-2, should be able to clear teammates Richmond and Schrader going onto the back straightaway. In fact, Schrader's just going to jump to the inside. And now Irvin jumps to the inside of Rudd. So a gutsy move right off the bat by Ernie Irvin, jumping right down to the inside, pulling no punches, trying to take the lead. Trying to show superiority for Chevrolet, trying to pass that Buick. 3 wide now for the lead. Here comes Ken Schrader on the bottom. He's getting a strong push by Harry Gant in the 33. Coming to the line. Irvin's move, yes, it will pay off. He does lead the lap. However, this race is not for points. This is simply to determine the starting line. No points are going to be given for this race. And starting position has not really meant as much at Daytona as it used to ever since they put the plates on the cars. It really has not meant much. Where you start in this race, you could start all the way in the back and still come up and win it. Now we have 3 abreast for the second position. Harry Gant right now in the lead, and he's still good. Can he come back down in front of Morgan Shepherd? He will be unable to do that. So Morgan Shepherd in the Budmore Engineering car, number 15. He's going to come down to the inside of Gant and should have the lead here going through turns 1 and 2. Kyle Petty, Sterling Marlin, they're down low. Up high, you have Harry Gant, Ken Schrader, Ernie Irvin, and Ricky Rudd stuck in the middle in the 26. Looks like Gant was able to slide right down in front of Kyle Petty. And he's going to attempt to cross over move here through turn 3. And there will not be a lead change on this lap, at least not an official one. So Harry Gant leads them back to the stripe. And you can see here Greg Sachs, he has fallen off the draft. Everyone else is still here, so Greg Sachs likely to start 41st for the Daytona. We have 42 spots eligible, 42 cars eligible. So nobody's getting sent home. Harry Gant dives down to the bottom now, trying to get around Morgan Shepherd. Will that be successful? Right now, Gant still leading. Gant, of course, a former Daytona 500 winner. He won the race in 1984, the first ever race here on the Throwbacks. He won it in quite stunning manner, stealing it away from Bill Elliott in the final moments. 2 laps to go. Gant ended up winning. Now, Rick Mast, this is one of the drivers that ended up changing teams, so it's going to be interesting to see how Mast does with his new team. Of course, Rick Mast, he already has 2 career wins, and that was with the 66 and 98 teams respectively. In fact, he ended up winning Talladega last year, so Rick Mast, definitely a threat on the super speedways and definitely a threat on the road courses, as his other career win came at the inaugural race at Sears Point. And now, here comes another storyline that we have going into 1991, and that is the rookies. And we have 2 of them pushing each other here. 55, that's a rookie, Ted Musgrave, DK Ulrich owning that car. And then we have Junie Donlevy owning the 90, and that is driven by Wally Dallenbach. We do have another rookie in this dual race, and he's not too far behind there on the bottom line, and that is the green and black number 49 Buick, and that is driven by Stanley Smith. So we do have a fair share of rookies here going into the 1991 season. Should be an interesting battle to see who will win Rookie of the Year. It's definitely a difficult determination to figure out, who is going to win the Rookie of the Year. The 90s had decent showings in the past few seasons. Rick Mast has kept the DK Ulrich ride alive. And then we have a couple of new teams here. We've got the 49 of Stanley Smith. That's an owner-driver deal. And we also have, who will be seeing the second dual race, the number 68 Country Time Lemonade car, and that's going to be driven by Bobby Hamilton. So, no doubt, rookies is... Man, I'm messing up commentary. Rookies are definitely a storyline going into the 1991 Daytona 500. Meanwhile, Tim Richmond, right now, he seems to be in control of this race right now. Of course, he's got a fast car. Had a disappointing season back in 1990 and would really love to bounce back and try to fight back for the championship. No doubt one of those strong championship contenders for the 1991 season, but I think you can say that about 10 drivers. And 2 of them are coming up right now, Jeff Bodine and Sterling Marlin. Jeff Bodine really had an all-in year last year despite not having the wins. Had the best season of his career. 1 win, but ended up finishing 3rd in points despite that. So, and he was leading in points for a lot of the season without any wins. So Jeff Bodine last year definitely had his best season of his career. And he's looking to continue to be having a good season with Junior Johnson. Of course, we have Bill Elliott here in the 9. He finished runner-up in the championship last year and won the championship the year previous. Bill Elliott's been a contender for the championship pretty much every year since his dominant championship season in 1984. So look for Elliott to still be a force. We've got Ernie Irvan here in the 4. He really came onto the radar. Ended up getting 3 wins last year en route to a 4th place points finish, which is the best for Ernie Irvan and the best for Morgan McClure. So this team is also looking really promising going into 1991. They really want to get the job done. And now here we have Hutch Strickland in the 12, trying to get out of the shadow of the Stavola brothers. Is the Bobby Allison in 12. Hutch Strickland, probably the driver to do it. And now now the pole sitter's back up. Ricky Rudd. So we can take a look at the top 10 right now. Oh, here we go. Ted Musgrave with a really good move. You still have Ricky Rudd. He tried to dive down into the corner, but he got loose. And Musgrave was right on his tail. 26 slipped right up the track, and Musgrave took advantage. So Ted Musgrave will end up leading that lap. It'd be absolutely huge if one of the three rookies in this race could end up taking the checkered flag for their dual race. Right now, we're going to look back to previous Daytona 500 winners now. Harry Gant won it in '84. So he's coming back. And then you have Jeff Bodine who won it in '89. So a couple of Daytona 500 winners here now leading up front. Now here comes Morgan Shepherd, and we have Neil Bonnet in his final season. He's there in the number 21 Sitco Ford. 3 Fords, 1, 2, 3 right now, with Sterling Marlin not too far behind. And that must put a smile on Ford's face, no doubt about it. And now here comes pretty much the archetypal journeyman of NASCAR so far, Eddie Bierschwell. He's been in NASCAR for a while, and he now has 3 consecutive 26th place points finishes, exactly 26th position. And he's been hired by teams from all across the board, including driving for his dad's team, and then he drove for Junie Donlevy, and now he's driving for Jimmy Means in the 52 as we go 3 wide for the second position. So Eddie Bierschwell still hanging around. Can he do better than 26th? We'll have to find out. And now we have what might be the biggest story of the season. Sterling Marlin goes from the number 94 team, owned by Billy Hagan, to the 2nd Junior Johnson team. And that is absolutely huge. Sterling Marlin all of a sudden goes from a team that hasn't done squat since 1985 to a team that is automatically a championship contender. Now we have the 2 Hendrick cars, 1, 2. Only 2 cars will be fielded by Hendrick this season, despite 2 years ago, or just last year, they had 4 of them. The past 2 years, they've had 4 of them, with Tim Richmond, Ken Schrader, them there, but also Jeffrey Bodine and Darrell Waltrip. Now, obviously, Bodine isn't with the team anymore, and Darrell Waltrip, he's off as an owner-driver now. And, oh yeah, you also had Terry Labonte in the 5 car last year. Can't forget about that. So, and Terry Labonte's also gone. So now it's just a 2 car operation for Hendrick Motorsports. And now here comes Bill Elliott to the lead. 5 laps to go here from Daytona. Again, no points are on the line for this race. This is only to determine positions number 3 through 41, all of the inside positions for the Daytona 500. So a good dual run is a huge momentum builder. The only driver that has their starting position locked in is the number 26 of Ricky Rudd, and that is not stopping him from competing for this win. No doubt about it. Rudd is a fighter, a very hard-nosed driver. I think everybody here in NASCAR knows that. And Rudd is not going to back down despite having the position already in hand. He wants to go out here and win this race. As far as cars that have lost the draft, we have the 47 of Sachs. And that is it. Just Greg Sachs has lost the draft. Everyone else still in the 20-car pack, all within a second of each other. We still have 3 laps to go yet. And here comes Bodine down to the bottom. And Bodine will end up leading that lap. So 3 laps to go. Bodine is now in control of this race. Now we have just talent here on the bottom. No doubt about that. We've got rookies, we've got underachievers, and we've got Dave Marcus wherever he falls. So we'll see how this inside line comes along. Of course, we have the inside line right now being led by Eddie Bierschweit or not. Here comes Kyle Petty down to the bottom, 3 wide in the Felix Sabates Pontiac. That team's still trying to get off the ground. 2 laps to go. Jeff Bodine in control of this race. He's loving seeing everyone battle for positions behind him. He can look at that in his rearview mirror all race long. But he got too far out in front. He just got ran down. Here comes Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty, only 1 career win. That came in 1986 at Talladega, the final race where there were no restrictor plates on the cars at the super speedways. It was a race where Benny Parsons had his near fatal accident, getting T-boned at over 200 miles an hour. And the white flag is out. Man, will Jeff Bodine be able to hold on? Will Kyle Petty be able to hold on? 3 wide. Here comes Dave Marcus on the bottom. Dave Marcus coming on the bottom in the number 71 Coast Guard Chevrolet. 3 wide, 3 rows deep. And look at the run by Jeff Bodine on the outside. Dave Marcus is still holding in on the inside, though. Marcus might be in the right place at the right time. Will Bodine be able to beat the 71 back to the line? Dave Marcus is in control. Coming off of turn number 4, Dave Marcus is going to win duel number 1 here at Daytona. Dave Marcus first, Stanley Smith, a rookie, second, Jeff Bodine third, Hutch Strickland fourth, Ricky Rudd, pole sitter, in fifth, Ted Musgrave, another rookie, sixth, Kyle Petty, leading coming to the white flag. He drops all the way back to seventh. Eddie Bierschweit, eighth. I'm not Eddie Bierschweit, eighth. That's Wally Dullenbach, eighth. Eddie Bierschweit, ninth. And Sterling Marlin rounding out the top 10. How about that? So there's the official standings of this race. And we'll see you soon for duel number 2.